But you know your sister and brother at a
Right.
minimum.
That's why I got them on,
Yeah, yeah. And
Mm,
you've done everything you did last time.
yeah, everything should be.
Oh, like right here it says live.
Oh, okay, so it is live. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it is. Hold on. Yep, we can see us.
Yeah.
Okay, it's working.
Okay.
Okay, you can turn that off. Oops. Oh, one. Oh, that's you. I think one person.
But I wasn't waiting. I just turned it on. I just came in.
Oh, maybe. Let's see.
I'm gonna turn me
If you
to.
can see us, say something. Type in yes, I can see you.
But why can't we?
Oh yeah, Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. We've been having some
Technical difficulties.
a lot. Oh, it's 8 people now. Okay. I
Hey,
appreciate y'all. We were trying to get this on and up. We've been having so many difficulties, but thank you for being patient.
and hello.
Hey, Deborah. How are you?
Why can't I hear them?
No, you're not going to be able to hear them. They're going to just be
Oh,
sending
over
us
there.
that
Right.
stuff. Where's the other? Oh, no, mind. Oh, my phone is uploading. I can't really see it from here. Okay. Live chat. All right, there we go.
Okay, we're in business now.
hello,
Woo! Hello.
hello, and welcome to our live chat today. We are here just to answer questions, to have conversations with you all. Happy holidays for those who
Celebrate
celebrate the holidays. Merry Christmas. Hello, Leslie. I
Hanukkah.
see you.
Yeah.
Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything. If you celebrate, we're going to say happy. So if you all have any questions or you want to just
Some
ask us
right.
our opinion on something, because
Or
y'all know we not
clarification on something on one of the videos that we've made, and
right.
we're kind of in a festive mood, and
As y'all can
because
see.
yeah, look, as we have on our red, but yeah, because we have some questions for you guys.
Yay! We got up to 10 people now. I know some people probably got,
Who got frustrated and left,
yeah,
right?
which
So
I don't blame them. But if you're joining us, please say hello. I see Life as Daphne. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Um, no questions thus far. Okay. Well, Sharon and I, as we said last time, we can talk all day. So we'll just talk about what we're going to do during the holidays. What you doing?
Yeah, and that, and but for some of the people who haven't caught the last couple of shows, we want to say again that we're getting ready to transition to a different part of our journey, and that is that we've been doing this for 3 years and 3 months, and it does take a lot of time out of our lives, but we do it because we have a joy to do it,
Yes.
and especially when you guys. Communicating with us and telling us what you like, what you don't like, what you've experienced, and all that. That keeps us plugged in. But what we're going to do is not do the show weekly. We're going to transform probably on a monthly format,
Yes.
and because we have to, and it's allowing us to get into another examine another business model. So busy Rosa, busy Sharyn, and definitely going to stay in touch. But the reason why we're going live because it is the holidays, and we want to be able to communicate with the people who've been so very, I don't know, you guys have just been wonderful.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
absolutely. And I actually, with Sharon announcing again that we are going to slow down on our videos and putting those out, but it's going to be bittersweet. I enjoy the, back and forth banter that you all give us, especially in the comments. But
Ooh,
at the same time, it is a lot to
it's
do this once a week.
it's
And
time intensive.
yeah,
It is. It's simply time intensive. And Rosa's a working
Sandra
woman.
says hello.
Who says it?
Sandra.
Hey,
And Shaman, is that how you pronounce your name? She said hello.
hello.
First time here. So we just thank you. We thank you. But as we were saying earlier, it is bitter. It's very bittersweet.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're gonna do with our time.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll come up with something. What did we used to do before we start doing this? Like I said, we did this straight up in COVID, and like I said, that was 2020, and
Yeah,
here we are at the end of 2023, and I don't have the exact number of videos. Is it 175? I keep saying
at least
at
close to
least.
180.
Okay, yeah, somewhere between 175, 180 videos. So if you're just joining us and saying like, what are these girls about? Let me tell you what we've been doing. We've been working hard for you. There's no subject that we haven't that we're afraid to connected
Tackle.
to tackle because we are a lesbian couple living in this time and day in this world in the United States, and so much of what we've been through, you're going through the same things, maybe a little differently, but so many things happens to us that happen to you, and as you can maybe get deduce that from the videos. I think we've talked about well, hell, but we've talked about colorism, safe sex, threesomes. We've done everything,
Yeah,
but
no topic is off limits.
yeah.
So, and I know, Daphne, I'm not putting you on the spot, but I know it's your first time here. So if you haven't seen the beginning of our videos on how, we met, some of the topics that we had, and if you have any questions for us, um I've been binge watching your videos. Oh, okay. So you
Okay.
probably caught up, but I'm
Well,
not putting you
thank
on the
you.
spot. But if you have any questions, hit us up.
Yeah.
Like Sharyn said, I said no topic is off limit.
Oh,
If we can't answer it, we gonna say that.
right,
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So,
And the deal with
I'm good.
the fact that we met online, the fact that we got married within that year.
Hmm.
Wow. The fact that Rosa has two children. Sharon, I haven't had any, so that wasn't a big adjustment from Jump Street. That was
Yeah.
just having children, more or less having two teenagers in my life, more or less being a newlywed, two children,
And
and
let me
all of that.
and let me ask you all this. If you have children, say you have children, if you don't have children, will you date someone that has children? Because Sharyn and I talk about that all the time, and normally that is where our wrinkle comes most of the time. So, and I always think it has a lot to do with her
Never been a parent. Yeah, right.
not being patient when it comes to children, and never being a parent to children. So Leslie says she have children. Do
And Leslie, okay, I'm going to jump on that for a minute. Leslie, you have children. How many children do you have, and do you have a partner, wife, loved one? I mean, are you in a current relationship right now? Talking to Leslie, who has two children.
well, she said she has children. She didn't
She
say
has
how
children.
many,
Well,
right?
oh, okay, whatever.
But
But yeah, you got.
yeah,
I'm
because
sorry, Leslie. You might have 18 children. I don't know.
but that is our main thing. We get along in so many different areas. She says she does have two children, so
Okay.
she
See.
got two children.
Okay. All right.
But I just think that a lot of times,
Hold on, before you go through that, because I know what's coming.
right?
Hold on, back to Leslie. I'm holding on to you because
She answered.
yeah, I know. So, but one, thank you for answering. And yes, you have two children, but um, are you in a
She
relationship
says
right
she's
now?
divorced.
Oh, you're divorced. Okay, all right. Thank you. All right,
But
I'm not
okay,
gonna go any
before
further.
the divorce though, was the children, if they were not your partner's children, was that a big issue? Because I just feel like when you're not a mom, um, people don't understand like your set of kids. And everybody's children is different. I may think mine are angels, the next person may not. but at the same time, it's like, I want a partner that loves me and loves my children, period. Like, do for my kids as you would do for me. When they tell you your kids, hold on, I can't see. When you tell your kids hold on, let me open that back up.
Technical.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. My partner had a child. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Baby and I have 2 children. Let me try to get into these chats. When you tell the kids you're lesbian, how is their reaction? I'm gonna answer you in just a minute, Miss Roberts. I see your stuff. No, it wasn't. Oh, okay, Leslie, I got you. Baby and I have 2 children. I had them, but they are ours now for 33 years.
Whoa! Wow!
Wow, that's pretty
Congratulations!
good.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I got you. But Shimon, I know you are. I know you maybe new. I don't know. I feel like I've seen your name though. But anyway, when I told my children I was a lesbian, my daughter, who is now about to be 21,
next week.
she
Yeah.
was 9, I think, at the time, and my son was like 6 or 7. They're like 3 years apart, 3 years and some change. But she really didn't agree with her mom being a lesbian, but she didn't really fully understand
Stand it.
either at
Yeah.
9. The first thing she said was, "Ooh, mom, that's nasty," and I let her have her opinion because that's what we do as parents. Like, give your kids that time to have their opinions, but at the same time, I just let her know, hey, I'm still your mom. Nothing has changed. The fact that I'm just now going to be in relationship with women, and the only relationship she knew was her dad. So I think it was just her just trying to make that change and transition. And we as in her dad and I tried to make the transition for both kids as smooth and as easy as possible, if there's such a thing when you're going through a divorce. Him and I divorcing, we wanted the kids to know that it had nothing to do with them, just the fact that hey, your mom is gonna be dating women at this point. So
Yeah.
I
that was a double shot. That was pow pow. Right? Truly. I mean, especially for a child.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're getting a divorce, and hey, your mom likes women now. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot for a 9-year-old.
Yeah, and my son, he was cool about it. He was just like, "Oh, okay," but he didn't understand either. So, and right now, he probably 100% doesn't even understand, but he's still cool. He's cool with Sharyn, So it's all good. I think it's worked out as well as it's going to work out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sandra says hi. Oh, she says thank you. Life. Why isn't this staying up longer so I can read them? Hang on one second, y'all. I have one child. I just connected with someone online, which is a new way of meeting in itself. I didn't mind dating others with kids. We just talked about meeting people online, Daphne, but
Yeah.
you have one child. Have you ever been in a situation whereas it felt like the argument was always about the child when the other person either are coming in with their own children, that child is not theirs? That's just the question that was out there.
Yeah. And Rosa said the word argument. It's just
It's an argument.
it was mega change for me. Now what I did do, and for those of us who are just meeting us or whatever, and then somebody said they've been binge watching us, we have an age gap. I'm 68, Rosa is not. Okay.
Right.
Rosa's 51. So that alone sets up for some dynamic, because if I was a woman who had children long ago, chances are, statistically speaking, I would be a grandmother by now. Not only have had children, but loving grandchildren. That did not happen to my life at all. And now I'm, had dating, I was dating women younger than myself because, Usually 65, 55-year-old women ain't trying to hook up with another 55-year-old woman.
Right.
Sometimes, but for some reason, because we're so youth obsessed um, in this society, people kind of go younger. But in any event, um, because I haven't had children, I'm still a human being. I still know of children. I have a godchild, but Rosa didn't have her children until she was 30 years old. So now we're dealing with a 51-year-old with a 21-year-old, and Rosa, who married me, and I'm 68. So of course we got some differing attitudes and opinions about everything.
But I don't
Quite
think
frankly.
I don't think it would be different if because of the age gap. I just think it's different because Sharyn doesn't have children. Your understanding of children becomes so different because before I had children and I had my first one at 30, I used to be kind of the one in the group that didn't have children. When you're hanging out with your friends who does, and I always had uh things for the children to do and tell them what they should be doing and all of this, that, and the other. But you don't understand where that mom is coming from most of the time. So it's like, I get it and I understand. And now that I have children, I can look back and see the frustration that those parents was having, And so anyway, I didn't want to make a big thing about it. I just kind of wanted to ask you all, just
what's
because
been your experience? Can you read that, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it on here. Hang on.
Next subject.
So Life of Daphne said, "Oh, I've been in a situation where we didn't agree on how we parent our kid. It was a little difficult, and I can imagine it can be." Sandra says, "Our son turned 51." Hold up, it just clicked off, Sandra. Our son turned 51 today, and he's happy birthday to your son.
Happy
That's
birthday.
Cool. And he's more like her in so many ways. Babe will turn 76 on December 21st, and I will be 67. Okay, you all have a little bit of an age gap too.
Look, you my people, but you my people, age-wise.
Yes. And TME ICXL says hello to you back. Daily Positive Affirmation says hi. Welcome. We appreciate you all joining us. For those who just joined, we were having a discussion about kids. But if you all have any questions, just put it in the chat. In the chat.
But I would say this, and this is my last tag on this subject, respectfully, and that is that just because, as Rosa said, oftentimes she was the one when she was hanging around with her younger friends, was like she was the one who didn't have kids, but she was still kid friendly.
Yeah.
I didn't have children. The people I was hanging around didn't have children. The people who I was dating didn't have children. So I wasn't anti-children. I just have a very adult-focused life. So throw that all out in the garbage, and then I marry a woman younger than me with young children, and that was a lot. It was more than what I thought it would be, in the sense of I thought I was like, well, how big a deal can it be? Wow, my world has really changed, and in a good way, but still, it's definitely changed. So, and as for the relationship, go ahead, baby.
No, I was just going to shout some people out. Go ahead.
And as for the relationship, for some reason, I feel closer to my stepson than my stepdaughter. Only because I just think girls are, young women are much more complex. I just find him easy to please, and he ain't tripping nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? But a 21-year-old female, really? Pray for me. Okay.
I know that's right. Just joining us is I see so many first of the month hetero couples. Lesbo Laughter. Hello.
Hi.
That's a long name.
That's a lot.
Sandra, I remember you from the party. She said, most definitely, it was a joy to meet you two in person at the Pride party. I remember you.
Yes. And thank you again for attending. And of course, one of the things we have to make a decision on soon is one, are we going to do another gathering where
this year,
for 2024, because it takes a lot of time, energy, money, focus, and all of that. But
Yeah.
I got the sneak tip, probably yes, because we just enjoy it so.
Yeah.
Because we get to meet even more people and even more people. And, like I say, everyone's got a friend. Everyone knows somebody like, hey, there's a party in San Diego, two black women. Come on. Come on. You got to meet
Absolutely.
them. They're really nice. And we are
Absolutely.
very nice.
Shimon says, and how they react when they first met Sharyn.
Oh,
I'm assuming you're talking about my kids.
yeah. Yeah.
Well,
they were cool.
we were on our second date or third date, I think, when they met you.
Yeah.
We were
Probably
talking and I had to
yeah.
get home and I said, well, come to the house and we can finish the conversation. So they kind of met her like in passing. I brought her home and we were sitting in the living room talking. And so my daughter came downstairs, said hello. My son kind of yelled hello from the other room. So it wasn't like an official meet
right.
At that time.
Yeah, but Rosa,
okay.
she knew what she was doing. She wanted them to at least, see me, hello, touch me, feel me, smell me, kind of thing. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
and I just thought they were well mannered. The house was really nice, and the children were well mannered, and so that was cool. And then they went back to looking at TV and playing with their instruments. You know what I mean? So it's cool. You know how look, I know I wasn't the first woman that they met.
No, with
their mama.
You were not. And Black says hello. Is that the Black we know?
Is that Black our friend? Black, how you doing?
I don't know if that's her. If it's the Black we know.
Is it Black San Diego from San Diego?
So say yes if it's you. But yes, we so appreciate everyone coming out.
Hey.
So if you all have any other questions, like we said, no questions is off limits. If you ask something and we don't want to answer it, we just won't answer.
Next.
I'm gonna be like, next. No, just kidding. But yeah. No, Black said I'm from Georgia. Okay. We have a friend here in San Diego who really has been battling some health issues.
Yeah.
And so we hadn't spoken to her in a while. So we got excited. But we're excited that you're here too, Black. Yeah. We appreciate you. We really
and is
do.
Black, is she one of our subscribers?
I would have to go and look.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And she's calling from she's in
from Georgia.
Yeah. Hey, what part of Georgia, friend?
Leslie says, any plans for a second channel? Oh, Daily Positive Affirmation says that. Any plans for a second channel? Are we trying to get past this channel?
Always a possibility. Like I said, we are looking at something with different business models, if you will. This was very selfish. This was something for us that we needed to do because we know there's thousands of Black women out there, women loving women. As I always say, I'm talking to lesbian land and far beyond, and everyone else who's underneath the umbrella. But our focus is our reflection, which is, Black lesbian women. We love white women. We love people. We love the Latinas and everybody else who fit underneath that umbrella. But I'm talking to my sisters first because that's the one we have the most the strongest connection with.
Absolutely.
As a norm. Yeah. So we ain't poo-pooing nobody. Everyone's welcome. There's room underneath the tent. But it's no more than, if when you're talking to Black women, it was saying like, this Thanksgiving, I couldn't find anybody who was making chitlins. And they was like, how do I explain to the basic white woman that we still eating chitlins, right? So, and then me and Rosa, we were looking for some chitlins. Now, chitlins are $30 a bucket. Yeah, I mean, those who don't eat them don't have, but we eat them like once every 5 years or something like that. But I wanted to make some chitlins this year.
I haven't had any in about
in a long time. Yeah, but I mean, so. My sisters can relate to that.
Yeah.
If you don't eat them, fine. If they're gross, fine. I get all that, but we were looking for chitlins this year.
And DPA, as far as another channel, if we come back, it'll probably be in a different manner. But right now, there's no plans. Not for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll keep you posted.
And I say again, we're surely not whining because this is it's been a wonderful journey for the both of us. Rosa and I have learned a lot more about each other. We wanted to do something that we can do together. Like I said, this happened in the middle of COVID, and we didn't want to run each other crazy. So like, what can we do? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we're like, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Why don't we read book?
So if
Well,
something hunker us down again, we might
right,
come up
right.
with something
Because we
different.
didn't, we were really getting on each other's nerve.
Uh,
So
Daphne said chillings are $44.
oh my,
Where are you? Where are you located, Daphne? Because that
yeah,
is a lot.
that is a lot of
California is a
money.
lot, but I don't know.
And yeah, ours was $31, and
It
that
was
was at the commissary on
yeah,
base. So yeah, that's a lot of money. And you remember now with the age thing, I I remember as a child, chitlins were free.
yeah.
You
Well,
know,
when
you
they
can get them
realized we
free.
were capitalizing off of them, she's in North Carolina. But Black says she's from Fort Valley, Georgia, a little town close to Macon, Georgia.
Oh
Yeah, I know that. Fort
wow!
Valley, is that like a base?
No,
Is it military or no?
I don't know what Fort Town would.
Fort Valley,
No,
Georgia.
maybe just the name of the location.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Leslie asked us, "Have you ever touched on spirituality?" And we
Yes.
did.
Yes, yes. Go back and look through the videos. Yes, didn't go but so deep, because
Yeah,
you're talking to quite a a huge audience, and we have so many. We come through so many doors,
right.
but we're all sitting at the same table, and that is learning and understanding ourselves and where we're at with our spirituality and our connection and our religious teachings and our soul, all of that.
Yeah,
That's pretty deep to get into. So, like I said, we kept it light,
yeah,
LITE. We don't want to make nobody mad, and we ain't throwing nothing down your throat. All we can do is speak to the experiences that we have had, and
yeah.
what has touched our life. Um,
And if you go back and look at the videos, Sharyn touches on uh who she is, spiritually.
yeah,
She is Buddhist.
yeah,
So we talk a lot
but that
about
was just
that.
yeah,
We talk
yeah.
a lot about Christianity.
Which may I dare say, and whether it's Buddhism or wherever you connect, whatever door you come through to touch, and connect your higher being. Buddhism is not a religion; it's a practice. You
Right.
know what I
Okay.
mean? So
Okay.
I just want to say that because everyone throws it all in the same pot.
Yeah, and somebody
But
look, and y'all would have been coming at me big
right.
time if
But
Sharyn didn't clear it up.
but not to put the two together, but the spirituality and the we were talking about self care, because they had
Yeah.
a spiritual component in it as well. So yes, we did touch on some of it, but like I said, we didn't go but so deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we've touched on that several times.
Mm-hmm.
Daphne says she live in North Carolina with buckets is $44. I'm still stuck on that,
Right.
girl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Black said that it's close to Warner Robins Air Force Base.
Oh,
Warner
okay.
Robins Air Force Base.
Okay.
And Leslie asks, has anyone turned from being gay because of it? Has anyone turned from being gay because of what? Was that something because of the spirituality? Is that what you're talking
Oh,
about?
yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding the question.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a second part to something we were talking about, and I don't know what that is.
I'm
So,
sorry.
oh, she said, yeah, it's about the spirituality thing. I'm assuming she said, did anyone turn from being gay because of their spirituality? And you have that story.
Oh, I have what?
You have this story. You were dating
Oh, I
someone
have
who's
some. Yeah,
now
yeah, yeah, yeah.
sitting close to Jesus in the same room.
Well,
was gay.
and I don't know if you're using both words and concepts interchangeably, because one would make the argument that they're not. But I will say this: if the direct question is because of their upbringing, their um, their religious teachings and things, and all of that, did they walk away from
Mhm.
being gay? Yes. And I will say this, and I'm being careful with my words because I have to be
Right.
careful. And I know so many people, and I've lived.
And they might even be tuning in. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Hey. Just want to know what y'all doing. No, but seriously, um, I've in my travels in my life, I met several women who I know and they know that they're gay, and because of the restrictions that's self imposed or societal or their family or whatever, cannot express themselves sexually because of their religious beliefs and because of their alignment in their own spirituality. And I just find it sad because your life is your life, and I couldn't imagine living this life in prison and
Right.
not being able to be my, dare I say, authentic self.
Well, that's what she said. Her spirituality actually helped me live in my truth, which
Wow.
that's what it's supposed
Supposed
to
to do.
bring out
That's
your
right.
truth,
Your truth.
So
Yes.
those who are restricting themselves, I mean, that's their journey. That's something they are going to have to come to grips with. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it's supposed to. And the same with me, being able to look at different religions. Because I grew up Kojic, and in Kojic, any other religion but yours is like everybody going to hell.
Taboo. Right. Right.
And
Right.
so to be able to just, when you meet friends in different religions, you're like, okay, but they're good people. And how, so I look for good people at this point, and not necessarily what their faith is. I mean, I could
Right.
care less. I really can.
Yeah,
So
and I do like what you're saying. How as you were in alignment, getting in alignment in your own spirituality, it was very freeing,
yes,
as it is
absolutely.
for so many people.
Yeah.
But the opposite of that is true too. Some people feel like what I mean, I'm trapped here because I can't do this.
Yes.
I can't do so. You're doing a
Yeah.
good job with those questions, babe.
Yeah, but we got to say hi to Penny and June from Portugal.
Hey,
Y'all,
Penny and June.
I know it's got to be really late over there, but I so love y'all. Y'all always come through. Y'all always come through.
And I'm going to say this to you guys. So this is truly, y'all know about a year and a half ago, I was having some health issues, and I'm serious. I didn't even know if I was going to get on a plane again because I just felt like I don't want to travel because I don't feel good, and I was all bent up. But in any event, as you can see, I'm feeling better. Love, really, really, really am blessed. And one of the things Rosa and I are doing right now, we were talking, we look, put a list of places we want to travel to for next year. And I'm telling you, we do want to go to Portugal.
Yeah,
And we
we
do
coming.
want to meet you. We do want to come there. So, give us some time, work out the things we got to work out. Because Rosa's got obligations, of course, with the kids and all. And then, family life in general, blah, 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 blah. But we would love to come see you. But as we were talking about our list, I know we're supposed to be we're going to Vegas for Christmas, which has nothing to do with anything else.
Right, exactly.
But we're going to San Lucas. Where are we going? Right there, right down in Mexico.
Oh, that's somewhere you want to go.
Yeah, San Luke. Was it Cabo San Lucas? Right, and that's just for a quick vacation. But for the vacation to travel far on the other side of the world, we would love to go to Portugal. And so, we got each other's number. We're gonna work it out.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But thank you for staying up. I don't know what time it is there.
I'm
but
saying you guys are awesome. Pamela Grant says hello, aka my sister. She is on. Thank you, girl.
AKA my sister-in-law. Hey, Pam.
And my daughter's on. She said my sweater was cute. Okay.
Okay.
But Leslie says I was married to someone for 15 years recently that found God and did. I had to respect her for that. It hurt badly, but I had to respect. Yeah, and that's just it. You got to respect people where they are, because some will revert back because they feel like it's a sin. It just, it's different from different people.
Right. Like I can't love God and be gay too. Okay. And people wrestle with that. People live their lives and leave the planet and still have not resolved that. And that's a hard one. No one can do it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people can give you information. People can contribute to your learning and all of that. But it's a really hard when some people live their whole life still searching.
Yeah. And Sandra says, I don't think you can turn or not be who you are, but I do believe you can be kept if your conscience is challenged to not be sexual.
Okay. Right. I think that could be very well true. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Real Chat with Toya. She said, hey, from
Who's
North
that?
Carolina.
Who's
Real
that?
Chat with Toya. She's on.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey now.
And if you just joined us, we're just having open candidate conversations with you all. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Sharon and I are here to answer your questions and just to have that dialogue with you as much as possible. I know you all don't get to go back and forth except for when you're writing, but yeah, shoot any question our way, and we got you.
One of the ladies, a wonderful viewer, she was, I love the way you guys just, you guys are so unfiltered. Y'all just like, pow, pow. Sharon, stop interrupting Rosa. Pow, pow. Rosa, I love your hair. One lady said she just checked in just to see how Rosa's wearing her hair. But what one woman, it was just very interesting when you were talking about the, about people not being able to release themselves and live their full authentic life
Right,
because of religious restrictions or whatever it may be, and you're like, oh, I can't because my mama will disown me.
right.
And men go through the same. I think they have it even harder. There are
Mhm.
people who know they're gay, and it's like, I'll never say it. I'll never
Right,
say it if while my parents are alive,
right.
whatever. But I had shared a story about a young lady who I used to date many years ago, tall, tan, attractive, boom, 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 boom. And we both were in the Navy, and, we'd come together, and, she went her way, I went mine. So it wasn't like, oh, gee, we're in a, long lasting, 5, 10 year relationship and nothing like that. But as fate would have it, and the United States Navy, we came across each other again later in our careers. When I met her, when I had experienced her, she definitely was liking girls. Okay. And maybe she was liking guys too, and I just didn't know it because we didn't talk about. I'm serious,
Right.
but she was liking women, and I was liking her. All right. So when I see her like 15 years later, still looking good, boom, 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 working, boom, boom, working good, looking good in that uniform, and she was about to marry a man who was in the military also. Now the only pinch with that was the man was in my chain of command. So my thing is, I'm trying to be cool. Okay, I don't want look. I don't even know how he felt about lesbians, but I didn't want him to be upset with this lesbian, and so our worlds started to collide because the Christian that she had become, she said she did not want to marry him without him knowing that she had experienced women. I wasn't the only one, women, as in plural. So her idea was to tell him about her past and to mention me. Oh, hell no. Wait a minute. This truly happened. And believe me, at the time, it was not amusing to me because I understand you with him now. I ain't mad at you. He's a nice guy. You're a wonderful person that I remember. Get together, go get married, and have children. God bless you. But don't put my name in it. Well, she did. And again, he was in my chain of command. And at this time, I had become senior, and he was more senior than me. Well, only I would have this kind of luck. He sent for me one day, and I'm like, I mean, I know I cannot tell you the fear that went through my heart. And this was long before don't ask, don't tell. This is what if I hear about it, your ass is out of the Navy, right? So he sends for me. I don't know what's going to come out this man's mouth. I don't know if he's going to make life rough for me at this command because he done found out that he knows his wife to be done slept with women, but he didn't know. But now he knows I'm one of the women. That don't you can't have lunch on that. Yeah, no, we ain't going to lunch together. He sends for me, and like I said, I wasn't shaking in my boots, but I'm telling you, I didn't know what the man was going to say. What he said was, "I understand you and my future wife have known each other before." I'm still shaking, but I'm trying to be cool because I don't know what's going to come out of his mouth. And he says to me, I love her very, very much. Can you give me some advice, because you've known her before, how I can continue to make her happy? And I didn't know if he meant sexually. I didn't know if he meant, spiritually. I mean, but I know what he meant. I did.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, of all the people, of all the places at the same time, and we had a wonderful conversation. I could not say that it wasn't true because I'm busted. I'm already, why would she tell that lie? It wasn't a lie.
Right.
Yes, I had known your future wife, I'd known her, and hey, she still look good. No, but I can't say that either. You work in that uniform, baby. I can't say that. But what I did admire about him, that he was being so honest about it, and he was so sincere. He just wanted to make the woman that he was about to marry happy.
Yeah.
Scared me to death. Early heart attack at 34. But seriously, and I walked away, with a nugget of wisdom, because love is love. I don't know. I mean, she could have been dating a, Japanese wrestler. He would have had the same conversation.
Right.
And they did get married. And they did seem very, very happy. I just felt that she could have achieved that goal while editing my name out of it, because this was attached to my career.
Right.
You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? I mean, I've done some interesting things in my life, but I'm not going to pull you into it too. I will just say that was me. That was me. Me, I. I don't mean us. Because
Right.
see, you get us in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble. So anyhow, blah 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 blah. Probably too much information, but one of the many stories that I have to offer. Sometimes it works out well, and I'm going to tie this to the person who was asking about when people find religion or
Mhm.
spirituality. Do you think that, does that change them? I think change is going to happen no matter what.
Right.
All right. And sometimes change happens, in this part of your life. Sometimes change happens in other parts of your life. But no matter what, hers was colliding, if you will. And I think, in the best sense of things, she just wanted to come to him with a not just an open heart, but a clean slate.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And
And
now,
I
but
can feel her on that, because you want to go in to the relationship with the person knowing as much as possible. I mean, there's always some things you're gonna forget, because there's some people I don't forget I've been with. Like, yeah.
They have words for that.
I'm just saying, call it what you want to call it. But I'm saying, I understand that, you're saying, if you marry me, then you marry me knowing all of this. I don't want
Right.
to hear this in an argument 2 years down the road
Right.
when, we get married. So I
Yeah.
can get that. I understand that. That's cool. Back to the comments. Penny says that it's almost 2 o'clock there.
In the morning, a.m.
Yep.
Oh
And she said,
my.
whenever you can make it, you ladies are welcome. Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
bless your heart.
And Shimon says she is from the Caribbean, and she's from Grenada. And
Granada? Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's 10 o'clock there, 10 o'clock p.m. We thank you for being up and staying awake with us. Leslie has before I go to Leslie, it says Sharyn has some of the best stories. TME ICXL says that. Leslie says Sharyn is so funny. And Daily Positive Affirmation says she really is, or really does. Hope she takes her comedy act on the road naturally.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And for those of you,
Nationally. Sorry.
thank you. For those of you who don't know, because I mean, we've shared so many things, but
Right.
I did stand up comedy for about 15 years, and
I'm gonna let her tell y'all the story. I'm gonna go let my dog out. Be right back.
Okay. Oh, it's all about me now?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so shy. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, I have a love for entertainment, but stand up comedy really helped me a lot in my life, and I enjoy performing. Rosa and I, we were blessed that we got to do a show. I think it was in December. It was in
Last
December.
December?
Last December. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was in December. No, 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 no,
January.
no, no, no. It had to be about in the last 3 months.
I don't remember when it
No,
was.
okay. Well, any event, so I'm getting back into the groove, getting back on stage, and I'm enjoying it. I truly am. And the reason why it's not a problem for me to do this in my 60s, because one thing, comedy is ageless. 100-year-old person can tell you a joke. If it's funny, it's funny. A
Right.
5-year-old can tell you a joke. If it's funny, it's funny. So that's one thing about you say, well, aren't you a little old to be getting up on stage? But like, hey, I can still work it. And I do enjoy it. It gives me I don't know, it's just it's a special feeling. To come into town, you don't know anybody, and you got 400 people laughing and connecting with you in a way that they ordinarily wouldn't.
Right.
So,
Right.
so in any event,
I'm a comedian too, just not on stage.
oh, she's
Just
got
so
jokes.
y'all know,
Wait, she got jokes.
I do have jokes. I can make you
Yeah,
laugh. It's
and
just probably not gonna be on stage.
yeah,
When I get on stage, it's like I got a fear of now. I don't, like I freeze up. I rather just have a small group of people and make people
yeah.
laugh that way.
Well,
So
start doing. We need to be doing more of your karaoke. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That
maybe.
just being in front of people, and
Yeah.
and the thing is, in my side of the aisle, like when people think everyone thinks you're a comic, and until you give them a
That's
microphone
true.
and say, here, you got 3 minutes to make these 400 people who you've never met before laugh. It's the longest 3 minutes of your life.
Right.
You know. So, and imagine people who can do it for 30 minutes, an hour, and whatever. But
Yeah.
enough of that.
True. So you ready for like an hour show? Because we can get you on HBO.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, laughter is a good medicine. You can believe that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love to laugh. Y'all probably know that because y'all know I'm goofy and it's cool.
Rosa
I'm
ha-
good. I'm good
Rosa
at
has
being
her
goofy.
moments. She really, like say, yeah, I'll say, get back to me when you get serious. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Somebody else?
No other questions. Um, yeah. I'm just excited. We got somebody way from Grenada and
Grenada, yeah,
yeah,
and Portugal,
in Portugal. And
Jamaica, yeah, from
yes,
the islands, yeah, and that's the
y'all
cool.
are really touching our heart.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing, about this forum is just that you're talking to people all over the world. It's one lady who, she's in London,
Right.
and just like I said, she binge watches the show, and she's an older white woman with some very interesting stories,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all good, and I just love it. I just love hearing from
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
She's very nice, very nice.
Yeah, we do have friends all over. Virginia, uh she sent us a nice gift at one time.
Yeah, and I was like, and then some, I think it was, my stepdaughter's like, how did she get your address? Girl, anybody can find you. I mean, not
Exactly.
that we've made a secret of where we're at. We're in San Diego, Rosa Sharon. We're good enough. Just put it in the mail, we'll get it. Oh,
Exactly.
you want an address? Oh, okay.
Exactly. So, but yeah, no other comments thus far. You guys have been great.
Well, I got a question for everyone who's tuning in right now, and that is, where do you all go to connect with other women? Do you have your little house parties? Do you go, bonfires? Do you go to the, back of the pool hall every other Wednesday night? They let lesbians in
And
for
that's one of
free.
the things we talked about today too, connecting. Before we go there, Leslie says she's from Delaware. Delaware in the house.
Close enough. I was just in
Hey.
Philadelphia. Hey, girl.
Right, you're right over there. Yeah, how do you all connect? I know one of the things Sharyn and I talked about was, social media makes connecting with like-minded people so much
Easy,
easier
yeah.
than it ever has been.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody is a social media buff, or
Mm-hmm.
some people are old school, like they want to meet, at a gathering, at a
Mm-hmm.
dinner, at a part, mutual party,
Mm-hmm.
that type of thing. So, how do you guys hook up with people, or
Yeah.
even is that a thing? You know?
Yeah, and especially to the people who are viewing and who are single, I want to know also, has anybody, what do they call it? Has anyone out there been ghosted? And we'd like to hear from you because that's rude.
Yeah,
That's very
definitely.
rude.
TME says when I was booed up, I had a whole community. Yeah.
And then what happened? You break up and the world change, right?
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Leslie said, oh, she's just saying Delaware is so small, we have nothing here. So no hookup.
Yeah, right. And
Y'all, look, it's still people there. I know
it is.
Delaware is very small. I've been
Right.
there several times, but it Y'all,
Hey, no, I can start drinking a soda before I'm finished. We through Delaware. I'm like, wait, was that Delaware? What?
no, that one light.
But no, but let me say it's about being booed up. You know, when you said you had a whole sense of community when you were booed up, that happens so much in our community. It's like y'all break up, either she keeps the friends or you keep the friends, and then the friends feel complex. You make things complicated because they don't know who to befriend. Well, I
Right.
was her friend first or whatever,
Right.
or you stop going out because you don't want to run into her and her new partner. You
Right.
know, that is so hard on us. It really, really is. Go ahead, babe.
Well, Chauncey
Hey,
says,
Chauncey.
"Oh my goodness, I have just been going to the coffee shop in Omaha, Nebraska." Who
Wow.
in Omaha?
Wait a
Come
minute.
on,
Wait a
Chauncey.
minute. Did you do something wrong? Why are you in Omaha,
But she said
Nebraska?
she have not met anyone yet. I'm gonna need you to go somewhere else other than that coffee shop.
No, yeah, wait a minute, wait a minute. But maybe the problem is Omaha, Nebraska.
That
You
part.
know, you're kind of far away, babe. But I'm not trying to get in your business. But I mean, what brings you to Omaha? Because I do know it's very nice, you know, or hear that it is. But why are you in Omaha, Nebraska?
Life as Daphne said, mostly online for me. Yep, that's the way
Yeah,
to go.
yeah,
I live in a small coastal town, and the community is very small here too. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and just being online helps you to widen that circle, but at the same time,
Weed them
find
out.
someone
Hmm.
who may be far but close in a sense. Like, okay, they might be in the next state, but the next state may be 2 hour drive from you.
Yeah.
That's still not bad.
Well, I've lived in San Diego for the last 40 years. Love San Diego. Will die in California. Okay, but
Yeah, she
when
won her ashes in Point
Point
Loma.
Loma. Okay, so but Rosa, when I met Rosa, Rosa was I'm right here in San Diego, and she was in Oceanside, 35 miles away, and I'm like, oh well, I can do 35 miles.
Yeah,
Okay, you know, so it's funny.
it's a little more than that, but
she
yeah,
could have, you know, well, depending on what part of it. I mean,
yeah,
42, you know, I mean, if I can get there in 35 minutes. So,
right.
but there's people, California is so big. What happens if she was living up the, you know, up past
Northern Cal or
Northern
somewhere,
Cal,
six
which is,
hours away.
right, which is a whole different culture. You know what I mean? I
And
mean,
I've dated a lot of people in Northern Cal, and it was hard. I mean, you have to plan to see one another
right,
and not
right.
just be able to, hey, let's just hook up for lunch or whatever. But Chauncey says, LOL, I'm from Denver, but moved to Omaha because of my ex-husband's family. I moved to Omaha. I'm gonna
But
need you
he's
to
okay.
go.
Right, right. But the opposite word is X. But I know, don't get me wrong, I know because sometimes we wind up being in a place like, what? How did
Well, that's
how did
my
this happen?
story. I'm here because of my ex-husband.
Sure.
He moved here for his job, and I followed. And of course, we divorced, and he moved out of the state, and I'm still
Hmm.
here. So
Yeah, but the good
that's my
news is
story too.
she met me. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, that is so true. I would have
Yeah.
never met Sharyn, had it not been
But
for
you know,
me.
things happen as they're supposed to. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that. Because the other little bit, a piece that we haven't always shared with people is that before Rose and I met online, we had seen each other one time. It might have been twice, but
In passing.
I mean, she knows that she met me. Oh, excuse me, saw me with a group of women. She said you had on a white suit and you were around a lot of women, and I'm like, I'm always around a lot of women, and I love wearing white, right? And it
Yeah.
was me. It was me, you know what I mean? And she said you were just talking a lot or whatever. Like, now you know that was me. You know that was me. You
Yeah,
know.
because she be gabbing. She definitely be gabbing. Oh, thank you, Chauncey. She said, yes, so glad you all met. I hope I'm even pronouncing your name right.
Is it Chauncey? Chauncey?
Chauncey.
Chauncey?
Yeah.
But I like the name. I like that.
Chauncey. It looked like Chauncey. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, thank you for that. We appreciate it. I'm gonna get the floor to Sharyn again. Now I gotta go let my dog in.
Yeah.
She said, yes,
Well,
I
you know the
am.
reason why we get the dog. Her name, our dog name is Nina Simone. She thinks she's a Bichon. She has a Bichon attitude. But yeah, but she's getting old, and she's a rescue dog. So we've had her what, babe, 4 years now?
Oh no, we've had her like 6 years.
Has it been that long? 6 years? Yeah. Well,
She's been here like
well. Even when we got her, she was
5 years,
older,
something like that.
and yeah, about 5 years. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, she was older then, so she was about 16.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and so she's getting up there. So we know she's older. I'm like, hell, I'm older. But
Right.
she walked kind of slow. Hell, I walk a little slow. So it was okay with me that
Yeah.
we didn't want a dog that I'm going to have to run with down the street. Because Rosa don't do that.
Right.
Rosa loves her only when she's clean.
Oh yeah. You got. She need to be coming back from the groomers for me. Leslie said, "How often will you do live chats?" But that's something we need to
Ooh,
discuss because the
right.
fact that we're not doing
Weekly.
weekly posts, maybe we may come, to you all live more
Month,
often.
maybe more
Yeah.
often or monthly. I don't. No matter what we say, it's going to change. So, but we have been floating some ideas around because, quite frankly, as I've been very clear about this, Rosa does the heavy lifting on the technical, and I do the other stuff. And whatever does that mean. But
Right.
it's whatever else Rosa doesn't want to do. She throws me, you need to be looking at that. You need to be responding. So I'm the one that usually responds to people and keeps track. And I mean, I know who the Geminis are. The only piece that we haven't done in our 175 plus shows is I wanted to do a short series on astrology.
Yeah.
And we just didn't get to it, though we got to so many other things because I said, that's 5 shows, that could be 6 shows right then, just
Right.
doing 2 signs at a time and giving it a good rinse, and even having a professional reader and to add to our education. But any event, that's something we can tackle later perhaps. But the answer to your question, we don't have a definite answer yet,
There you
but
go.
I could um, suggest at least once a month.
At least.
Because like I said, Rose is busy. They got her on the road. Y'all know I'm retired, so I'm on the road with her when I'm in a good mood. You know what I mean? Because what is it that people think that once you retire that you have nothing to do? That is not true. I'm busy as I've always been.
I
But
don't think it's that we feel like you all don't have anything to do. It's just now we feel like you can do whatever you want to do. So if we have something that we need done, why can't you do that?
well, it used to be a thing like
I mean, make it make sense, right?
this is the attitude. She'll call me like, I'm on my way home. Did you cook? And I'm like, whoa. I've been so busy today. You know what I mean? Maybe I had a doctor's appointment. I had to go here. I had to go there. I had to, blah, blah, blah. And believe me, I'm not sitting at home eating my almonds.
Right. Whatever. Real chat with Toya. You know Sharyn very, very well. I'm
Who's
getting ready to
this?
read what she said.
Uh-oh.
What attracted you to one another? Sharyn seems like she was and still is a smooth operator. But Daphne also asked, how long have you all been together, if you don't mind me asking? We never mind you asking. Like I said, this is an open format.
Whatever.
So you ask us, but we'll answer both of those. What attracted you to one another?
Oh, let's go
Well,
back. Wait a minute.
first of all, Sharyn hit me up. Sharyn hit me up on online on the dating site.
Zeus. It was
on
called
Zeus.
Zeus. Zoosk.
Yeah, on
Mm-hmm.
Zeus. And you know, and I kind of was like, I was actually seeing someone, so to speak. She wasn't really, I
Listen,
wasn't really,
yeah, right. Mm.
And I met Sharyn and I just thought she was really funny. And that was one of my things. Like, if you can make me laugh, that's already, in. And I just loved her personality. We went out to eat. She had great manners and she understood when I had to leave and get back to my then small children.
Cheering.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just easy. It was easy. I loved our conversations. Everything attracted me to her. Like,
Wow.
she was really more than I even dreamed of having, at that
Whoa.
time. Yeah,
Whoa.
she really was. But now,
Look, 7.5 years later. Well,
so let me tell y'all the truth. 7 years later,
she'd trade me in for a warm Pepsi, a warm one. But
you ain't gotta have no ice.
Oh, no bubbles, right?
No.
I will say this. Yes, we met online, and I do think it was meant to happen. I looked at Rosa's profile, But when I got to the age, I just closed the screen. I said, "Oh my God, oh my God, I got pocketbooks older than this woman, right?" And but I looked at her eyes. I said, "She has the warmest eyes," and it was a nice.
Let me show y'all. No, just kidding.
Silly girl. But I was looking at the picture. Of course, I found her attractive. But like I said, the age thing, and like I said, I was all of 60, getting ready 61 at the time. So I closed the screen because I decided, I said, no, 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 she's just too young. She's awfully cute, but she's just too young. But and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, but what the hell? Come on, Sharyn. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So opened up the screen again, and I liked her profile and everything, and blah 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 blah. So one thing led to another, and then I'd say, well, come on. The only thing she could just say is like, hey, you're too old for me, or whatever, or I'm too young for you. But she didn't. She said, it sounds like you have more of a problem with it than I do. I said, oh, I was just being honest. You know what I mean? I didn't want somebody to be thinking, is that your mama? And so we started, emailing back and forth because that's the way we did. And then she said, well, you seem like a nice person. I guess she said it didn't seem like I was crazy. Well, here's my real phone number, call me. And I called her. And so as we were chatting, and I mean, what I really liked about Rosa, after all the dating and the crazy women that I met in the bizarre 3 years just out there, every question that I asked her, she answered. She wasn't trying to be slick. She wasn't trying to be cute. She wasn't trying to be. You know how people.
I technically was trying to be cute, but go ahead.
Well, you are cute. That's good. But I mean, people can reply to your question, but I'd be doggone if they answer it. Yeah. And I'm just tired of the game plan. You know what I mean? I'm asking you a question. It's a yes or no, or I'd rather not answer, whatever. So meanwhile, as I kind of parachute into her life, she was, like, yo, I'm putting together my son's birthday party, and this is a big one, and blah 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 blah. And we're gonna have the this and the that, and I was like, you really putting a lot of energy into that. And and she said, well, it's my birthday too. I said, wow, your birthday is the same day as your son's. I said,
we celebrate our birthday.
That is wonderful. I said, but who's taking you out to your birthday dinner? And it kind of caught her off guard. And she said, no one. I said, well,
here it comes, Toya.
I said, so I don't want the birthday police to come and arrest me. I'd love to take you to your birthday dinner. Is that okay?
That smooth operator.
And so she said, okay. And I said, well, do you like meat or do you like seafood? She said, I love seafood. I said, well, San Diego got some wonderful restaurants. I'd say, well, I know where you can get a good lobster. Lobster, okay? Absolutely. She shows up on her birthday, and she's got the shortest. The skirt was like this big. I swear, she's a perfect size 6, and the skirt was like, I said,
it was not that small.
Look, I said, she's got the most beautiful legs, and she was on time, and she was just, I don't know, it was something about her spirit. Meanwhile, I had left work, and you try to get your hair together, and like, oh, do I put lipstick on or not? Or maybe I don't want her to think I'm butch, you know what I mean? But I think I am, but not really. I'm just Sharyn, right? So I get to see her, and then how you try to lose 30 pounds by 5 o'clock that evening, it ain't gonna happen. So I don't know, wear my white suit, the blue suit, the black suit, whatever. We have dinner, and she ate like she meant to eat. And I love that, because I'm saying, I hate when women go to a restaurant and it's like, oh, no, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. I don't want any. She wasn't that woman. She was like, this is good and I'm eating it. And I just thought I just liked her. And she was easy to talk to. And like I said, she answered my questions. And then shortly after that, or was it before then, she took the kids, and she was driving. She was driving from Oceanside up to Northern California, like a 7-hour drive, because a friend of hers father had died. And I said, you're driving? As she's driving, she's talking to me. We talked and we talked and we talked. And she said, Sharyn, I have to get off the phone now. I need to get some gas and my battery is low. I said, okay, but when we're going to talk again? So when I got off the phone with her, I said, when's the last time I've had a great, meaningful, open conversation with a woman. No bullshit, no trying to be slick, trying to, she was just pound cake. Didn't need
Gotcha.
no icing. And I said, I like this girl. And then we went on another date.
Yeah.
And I think it was the third date. And I was like, was it the third date I told her? I said, you know what? I knew we were getting along and everything. And I said, I haven't even kissed this woman. I said, well, Rosa, I'm not being forward, but gonna feel like if you can't kiss, So I'm saying,
You know what they say.
you know what they say. Well, anyhow, so I said, I gotta kiss you today. She says, well, I think we can take care of that. She just handled me. She was just like, don't worry about it, big girl. I got you covered. You know what I mean? So, and she's been handling me ever since. So, my friends were shocked. My friend were like, oh no, how old is this child? Does she have her wisdom teeth? They were they was talking shit. They really
Yeah,
was
they
talking
were.
shit. And then her friends were like, you don't even know this woman, but you know what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been around for a long time. I've been gay all of my life. You know what I mean? Since 12, 10. Okay. So I knew I really liked her and I knew I wanted to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want age to be the reason. I said, well, what's the big deal, Sharon? You know what I mean? What would you tell somebody else? If it feels good, do it. Or what is it about this woman? And she cooks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we met in February, March. We met in March,
We met
talked
in
for the
March.
whole month. My first
My
date with
birthday
her
was
was
in
the first date.
April.
Yeah.
Yes, that was our first date in April.
Her
So
birthday was our first date, and we've
yeah,
been together ever since.
ever since.
Yeah.
And
So
Leslie said age is only a number.
yeah. So yeah.
Chauncey
Yeah.
says she agrees. It's only a number.
Yeah.
Go Aries.
And astrologically speaking, we have a great connection. I'm a Gemini, she's an Aries, which is almost a near perfect connection,
Yeah.
astrologically speaking. But and then as Rosa said, I'm not used to being around children. And so and that's when the first bump came up because she was just like, I knew she was feeling me. And you just like, I got two young children, Sharon, and I'm just focusing on, connecting with her, making her happy because she was already happy. And I'm like, okay, put the kids in the wagon. And the kids like checking me out like, huh,
Right.
look, this is the best you can do. So we've been dealing with it. We've been dealing with life. So we good.
Toya, I agree with you. You said my fiance and I have a 14 age difference. Sharon and I are 17.
Team.
And you said, I love having someone older than me. We learn from each other. Absolutely. I do too. That is like one of my biggest things.
Yeah.
And TME said, you don't told them about that skirt story too many times. Too many times. Get on a girl.
Oh.
She always telling it, and it is really not true. I'm gonna put up a picture of me in that skirt one day, and y'all gonna tell me.
Well, that's all what I remember about and it wasn't just a skirt, but you know what it was. I think it was the fact she looked so good, and a lot of people can wear nice outfits, and you're like, oh, okay, you wearing that, girl, and then you got people who wear outfits like, who, girl, you ain't got no friends, who would let you wear that, that kind of thing. But she was attractive woman. She looked great in the outfit. And yes, I do like telling that story because it was that little skirt, baby. It was that little teeny skirt. She was working it.
It is too much, too much. Yep. She said sharing something else. TME said that. What a wonderful story. Oh, thank you, Chauncey.
Thank you. Yeah, it's and like I say, on top of that, our first date was a birthday, and I thought that
so
was
it's about
cute.
a month after we started talking. Like we first began talking through the app.
Yeah, right.
The dating app.
Right.
And then when I gave her my number, we switched to that maybe about 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So for 2 weeks, we spoke on the phone as well. And then we went out on our first date. And she's right. Because honestly, when I met up with her, I was like, this is probably not going to work. I mean, although she was a great person, I just didn't feel the connection at first. But the one thing she said is like, when is the next time, you know,
When
we're
can
gonna
I
get
see you
together,
again?
right?
Right.
And I'm thinking in my mind, like, it's probably not gonna happen, but we'll see. So, and of course, you know, got hooked back up
You
with
got
her
to believe in
again.
your power, baby. Believe
Yeah.
in your power,
And
because, and it's not like I, saw her, wanted her, and jumped. It wasn't that. It was just that I wanted to know that can I at least be open to talking to you? If somebody say, well, I met you, you're very nice, but I'm in the middle of a divorce. Oh yeah, you're very nice, but me and my girlfriend, we don't love each other anymore, but we still living together. We still sleep in the same bed. Oh, get the hell! I don't want to hear no drama, no crazy shit. Right?
right.
She didn't tell me those things, and I hadn't met the kids, but I was just like, when she said the two kids, I'm like, how old are your children? Rosa swears that I do not like children. She says, and it's not that. When I tell her, and this, I hope this doesn't sound like an excuse, I'm used to dealing with adults.
And I get that, and that's
And
fine.
and it's simple as that. So she feels when I'm talking to children, I see them as little little people, and she doesn't think I do a good job of it,
No, she
So,
doesn't.
so
Yeah,
she helps me grow in that area. Um,
yeah.
but I've dated women who've had children before. But what I didn't tell you was the zinger, because when we met in March and our first date was in April, we got married in August. Pow,
Yeah, it was 6 months.
pow,
But anyway,
and she wasn't pregnant.
you know what, Chauncey? It's April 19th. That's where our birthday.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're an Aries too, because you
yeah.
all about
Yeah, she's there.
the
Yeah,
Aries.
she's very air. It's her fire, and I'm air, so I blew out the fire. Her fire heats me up, so it's all good.
Toya said she's still waiting on them wedding reception pics. You know what?
She's what?
She's still waiting on our wedding reception because we said it back in a video a while ago. Remember?
Oh, you want? Oh,
I
really?
will definitely. I actually just found those pics on like a SIM card thing I had.
Right.
So I will post some of those
Yeah,
just
let's do
so you
that.
can see that.
Yeah.
But we haven't forgot you. And you're right. See, that's why I love
Busted.
y'all. Y'all
Right.
be calling us on our
Right.
stuff.
There you go. And somebody need to call you on your stuff. Not that look. You know what? I'm going to get most of it because I'm the older one. So it's always they go after the big chick. They think Rosa's sweet. Hey, yeah.
Whatever. June from Portugal says it was the black dress for me. Penny can tell that story. LOL. So we will definitely have to hear that.
There's always something that
Yeah.
sends you, like anybody, a lot of times people can take your attention, but to hold your attention and then you start focusing on them like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, and of course, yes, I've been around, and y'all have heard some of my good stories, and imagine the ones you haven't heard.
Yeah.
I just been very, as my sister says, she doesn't want to say any bad word about me, so she just says, you've been very busy. So that's the kindest thing she says. I'm just gonna say you've been busy.
Very
Girl,
busy,
you've been
yeah.
around. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I am truly. I'm a happy lesbian.
Yeah.
And one of my when we were talking about religion and spirituality and all that, but one of the things I am thankful for in this lifetime is that I know who I was. I know who I am, and I don't think it's been easy but I tell you, I'm so glad that I've been living an authentic life. I am thankful for that. I've seen women at my stage of life and younger who they know they prefer women. They know they loving women. They know they fell in love with their
Right.
best friend and all of that and experiencing, but they still go ahead like, I can't do this to my family. They would fall out. Well, who's getting married? You or your family?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they be putting people before themselves. But I've been gay for a long time, and been having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, yeah. For someone who hasn't been out, has it been 10 years?
It's
15
been a
years?
little over 10 years
Over
now.
10 years. Yeah,
I got divorced in 2011.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Toya says, Rosa, were you attracted to women when you were married to your husband?
Tell the truth.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Technically, I had my first experience in college, and I was actually dating he was my boyfriend then, my husband then. So
Your boyfriend who became your husband, right?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
I was dating him in college, but I had my first experience in college, and he knew about it, you know. So, but that was my first experience. That's not the first time I've been attracted to women. You know, it comes long before then.
Yeah,
But
and you knew it. You knew you were
yeah,
attracted to women.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you know, it was going back to the spirituality. Um, you know, I just thought it was wrong to be with a woman at that time, you know, back in the day, especially when you're in college and you come home and you're surrounded everybody about, you know, church this and church that. And then, you know, you feel, you know, this sense of you know, like you were sinning or something.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got to a point in my life where I just didn't care anymore what people thought, I didn't care anymore what people would say. And I just said, I can't do this. I just cannot live like this anymore. And so, you know, I asked my then husband for a divorce. And I didn't say why at first, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because
Other than you weren't happy,
it
you
really
weren't.
wasn't that. We were growing apart, and it was not. It was becoming toxic in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
not good for him nor me. So so it was more of that, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a whole nother story. So, but yeah, I definitely was attracted to men.
And as if you don't mind me sharing this, you go putting the light on even lighter. It was you said something that I've heard other women say, and that even when you're with a man, and even if it's a man that you like, loved, or married to, or whatever, your baby daddy, I knew something was missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't know what the what is, but I'm like, you know how they say the old song was, "Is this all there is?" I'm
Right.
really dating myself if you remember that song. But what I'm saying is, I've heard it from so many
Yeah.
women in my journeys. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah, I'm with a man, and sometimes women, they just they live with the disappointment, or they compensate by other things. Oh, he's a good man, he's a good father, he's very nice to my mother, he's a deacon, da 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 da. But yeah, and he's okay in the bed, but you think something's missing,
Right.
whatever it is. Rosa and I get it. We're not just lovers, we're not just partners, we're not just married folks. Rosa's my best friend, and she just is. And I think, I have two girlfriends that I went to high school with. Matter of fact, I just came from my 50th year uh, high school reunion last
50th,
month, and
yeah.
in Philadelphia. Talk about getting older. But I when you live in the right life, it was the women, and it was a girls' school at the time. Now it's co-ed, of course. But the people who knew me 50 years ago, 50 years ago, one of the girls said, "Yeah, Sharyn was up in the fire tower with the white girls." You doggone right, because the sisters wasn't giving me no play. They'll wink at you later, but they don't want nobody else to know that
They're winking at
that
you.
you winking at you, right? Oh, that dyke, that bull dagger. Yeah, right. I was up in the fire tower with the white girls, and they was like, and it was just funny when people knew you win.
Yeah.
She was gay back then. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I wasn't shy about it either. And it wasn't like forcing it down nobody's throat, but everybody was being who they were.
Right.
Everybody. I didn't understand why I couldn't be who I am. But somebody
Yeah.
else got another question or something?
No,
Yeah.
nobody.
But yeah, I think one of the reasons Rosa and I have been good with one another is that I like her as much as I love her, and I love her very much.
Aw.
So Rosa, we make each other laugh.
Yeah, we do.
And even when we have to deal with some hard, relationship stuff, what I mean? It's not about being angry, whatever. And she makes her case, I make mine, and I'm like, really? And then I'll say something to make her laugh, or she'll make me laugh, and it's all right. Let's go to dinner.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's okay. It's okay. But I think no one's asked why did we get married so soon.
No, nobody
No.
had to. They
Okay.
probably know.
Right, because we've explained that too. Right.
Y'all don't seen the videos.
Right.
We
You've seen
good.
the
But it
video.
has been an hour and a half
Oh,
plus.
okay. What is my bedtime?
No, but Sharyn and I haven't eaten yet.
What they got? They
I'm
don't care.
hungry.
Look, they don't care.
But I'm hungry.
See, that is all about the baby. the baby hungry,
Yeah, so this really
I'm enjoying this.
yeah, hold on. I did when I married my wife. It did. Oh, June said I always thought with each encounter it's got to get better, and she said it did when I married my wife.
Wow.
Okay.
Wonderful. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. And remember, we're socialized to be heterosexual.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as that. Like, oh, you got a boyfriend yet? You got a boyfriend yet? No, and no, and not looking for one. But what
Right.
your sister doing? Because she's cute.
Right.
But and it's just the way to go. That's the way people, think it should be. And it's no more than if you were, born left-handed in a right-handed world. And you will try very hard to start to use your right hand, but as soon as somebody walk out the door, you're going to pick up your left hand because that's what's normal to you. You're going to
Absolutely.
do things with your left hand. So what can you say?
Toya said, "Why?" Toya said, "Why do we get married so early?" I forgot what y'all said. Really?
Oh no, we ain't gonna go through that again.
Look, technically, Toya, it was like a business plan
Well,
in a sense.
I don't want to say it that's sterile, but yeah, I mean it had a business component to it. I think I could
That's
say.
why it was early as it was. I mean,
Well,
I feel like we would have gotten married, but we pushed it up because
Sharon was getting ready to
she
retire.
was retiring and she needed to be married before she retired for
As opposed to
me.
after, right?
Yeah, to look out for me, to get any
It made a difference.
spousal benefits. And that's the reason why we pushed it up. Now, I could have just told her to work another year, but she was ready to go.
Girl,
So,
I couldn't look. I wouldn't. I couldn't make it to next for breakfast one more day. Oh no! When you're done, you're done. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I have worked for 44 years. I'm very proud of that. I wish my mother was still alive. She said, "Girl, you need a job and you need to keep one." Right? I've
right.
worked. I mean, I have contributed to my Social Security, but I've been blessed to have 3 different careers, and it has benefited me, us,
Yeah,
really well. And so with Rosa, I'm always saying you got to look to the right, you look to the left, but you also need to see the bit. Everything has a business component to it, and I wasn't even thinking like that because I was single all my life, and even when I was with somebody, you know what I mean, and had
yeah,
a committed relationship, I wasn't thinking about how does this affect them, for the next 15 years or anything like that. I'm at a different time in my life. She married an older person. I
right.
was 60, as she tells me, I was 60.
One.
Yeah, yeah. She likes saying that.
But Toya, remember, she just want us to stay on here longer. Girl, I know you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Somebody else. Right.
yeah, DPA says, did living in a more socially liberal environment feel more affirming?
Absolutely. Oh, California is about as liberal as you can get. I cannot imagine, because Rosa sometimes threatens me or just fantasizes about, I say, if something happened to me, I leave the planet first. What would you do? Would you stay in California? Because I know she likes California too. But she's like, yeah, I'd move back, down south or closer to my family or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, I don't have to die for her to do that, but I can't see us move for us to move to another place that's more tolerant.
Right.
And I'm not saying everybody in California is okay with gays, but I'm saying California, cool.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. You just ain't gonna move in a neighborhood and like, yeah, that's my wife. It's our friendly dog. We have 2 children, da 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 da. Like when you say wife, yeah, like wife, like legal. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to show the ring because
Bam.
Simone trying to get Snippy talking about I'm not seeing them rings.
Oh, I will say the reason why I don't wear my wedding ring very much is because one, Rosa bought me a beautiful ring. I bought hers, she bought mine, and
She lost hers.
I lost mine at Home Depot somewhere hauling some stuff I had no business hauling. And I looked and it was just gone. And I mean, I was wrecked. I said, "Oh my God, I can't." Of all the rings I've had in my life, what I mean, never a wedding ring, I lose it, and I didn't even have the heart to tell her that I maybe she just think I'm just getting old and forgot where I put the doggone ring. I lost it, so she bought me another ring. So I'm scared to wear it, but so much I wear it like almost on special occasions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I said, I lose this ring, this woman gonna say, obviously you don't want to be married to me because you won't even want to wear my ring. I never lost your ring. I don't take your ring off. I would have to hear it. You know what I mean?
That
Hear
part.
it. Yeah.
That part.
Mhm.
Shorty Virgo, hey, says
Shorty
hey
Virgo,
mom and pop.
Philadelphia, oh, from
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Hey now.
And I am still listening to your music, all
Oh,
of
this
the
is the
music
music.
that you send.
And thank you for sending us the music.
Yes, absolutely. Chauncey said, wow, that is awesome. Thank you for your service. What a long time. I already said Simone talking about the rings. And Toya said, girl, you got that right. I want y'all to stay on the live. I knew that's what it was. I know it is. Chauncey said, I love San Diego. Perfect weather. Anytime you're out here, sis,
You got
come
a pleasant,
on.
yeah.
You got somewhere to go.
All we ask for is a 2 week notice. So we can clean up the house.
That part.
No. We argue about the cleaning lady almost every week. That's another story. But yeah, just give us a 2 week notice so that we can,
Yeah, but you're always welcome. June from Portugal said this. That is one of the beauties of Portugal, freedom. So they're in
Yes.
a liberal,
Very liberal. Yes.
environment as well, which
Mhm.
I can't wait to see
Yeah.
because I hear it's really beautiful there. And
Oh, they've sent
June
us
and
some
Penny, we
pictures.
are coming.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we are definitely coming. You guys, make my bed because I'm coming. Definitely.
Notice she says nothing about me.
Well, Sharyn may come, but sometimes when we set out to do stuff, and Sharon's like, "Well, can I just not go this time?" And so I end up going by myself in the first place. So yeah, that's why I'm saying
I
that.
don't know if all that's true,
But
but as I do say this, you know what I mean, and people have asked how long we've been married. Um, some incredible and wonderful things have happened since I've been with Rosa. But like I said, we weren't even married for a year, and I had a medical situation and
several medical situations.
I am a disabled veteran. Okay? Don't make me put my flag up now.
Several medical,
Desert Storm, I'm your girl.
Yeah,
But in any event, so I was in the hurt locker a couple of years ago, and I mean on the walker, on the cane, getting together, and da 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 da. And Rosa's been very patient and very kind, and all, and I'm just now feeling better. I mean, to the point that I can do the things that I used to, actually, clean up the house, cook dinner, walk the dog, and without saying, "Baby, I just can't do it. I just can't do it." And Rosa, like I said, she's been a wonderful partner, mate, and she's a wonderful nurse too. So with that, when I went to Philadelphia, it was the first time I traveled by myself in a long time. I
Since
mean,
you've been married,
since I've been married, and I'm so used to Rosa doing so many things. I'm just saying, I felt like a kid. I'm like, well, where Rosa? Where Rosa? You know what I mean? Because I mean, not like to put her in the caretaker thing, but she just takes. She's a go getter. She just takes care of things, and I was a little I don't want to say nervous, but concerned. And I was look, I know how to get to Philadelphia. I was born in Philadelphia. I'm a grown woman. Don't you worry about me. I talk all that kind of shit for a minute. And then Rose said, how you feeling? Oh, baby, can you get my I was showing off, baby. I was showing off. So as I say, that I'm feeling better and better. I'm willing myself to be even better. And y'all know about my journey about losing weight. This year, I can say that
better.
Looking better. I can go into this year saying. Next year, just saying that, I have taken off a total of the 23.5 pounds, and actually it's been 25, but that's another story. So, but I need to get recommitted and all that because I do need to lose another 30 pounds. So dealing with all of that, that's a long answer to say that I'm feeling healthier, I'm feeling good. And if you see Rosa, you're going to see Sharyn.
Yep. I'm trying
Bam.
to get her to do 5K with me in January. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, she could walk it. I don't even know why she even tripping. Leslie, are you from Philly? Because she says, Sharon, you're a Philly girl.
Oh, very much so. North Philly. Look, North Philly.
Sharon don't know nothing about the North or the Philly
No,
in North Philly.
no, I've been gone so long.
But she is from Philly in
Yeah,
North Philly. She
yeah.
just don't know
No,
much about.
I didn't. I left home so early. I didn't even have a driver's license. So I went into the Navy 3 days after my 18th birthday in 1973, and so I'm going to tell you. I admire people who know how to zip around Philadelphia. I can just tell you, Broad Street runs north and south, and the subway. A lot of good
Gotcha.
memories, a lot of good memories. But that was home. But I do I do consider California my adopted home, and there's so many wonderful things have happened to me in California.
Yes.
Not poo-pooing Philadelphia because it has a richness and stuff. And matter of fact, when Rosa and we went there a couple of years ago, and my
Yeah.
friend who was a social worker for 30 years in Philly, she zipped us around everything. So we went to, the Liberty Bell and Betty Ross and all the other kind of stuff. I wouldn't be able to do that for somebody because, I forget what street drive goes which way,
Right.
you know.
You
So yeah,
you would have had us lost.
yeah, I just can tell you, I'm in Philly. I think I'm in South Philly. There's Italians around here.
Exactly.
She got another one?
No, none that I can see.
Okay. Well, in that case, whew,
I know.
this has been wonderful times two.
Absolutely. It really
Yeah.
has. You all have been great
Is
and
that
we
new?
appreciate. Yeah, it says I've never been. Oh, that's Leslie who's from Delaware. She says
Adela.
she's never been to California.
Ah, no. Okay. What do we have to do? Say it in a different language. We've never been disappointed. We've never been, I don't know, put in a bad situation. Good people attract good people.
Yeah.
So to say, like, I've never met you, but I know you're good people,
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So people have opened up their homes, and sometimes we tell each other such intimate things about our lives and everything. So
Of course,
we
y'all know us better than most.
right. Look, our families don't even know that she did what. Look, I have two sisters living in Philly, and they like, girl, you know what your younger sister said, girl. I didn't know that. My brother watches it from New Jersey.
Right, from New Jersey, but he's originally from Philly too.
Yeah, yeah.
So and thank you TME ICXL for the coins. I saw that you sent us some coins. Thank you.
I don't know why people do that, but thank you very much.
It's money. I just call it coins.
Yeah, I know, but that's so cute. But we thank you.
We thank you and we appreciate each and every one of you all who joined in this evening, whether you said hello or just sat in the background and listened to us gab. We appreciate that. We love you, and we will definitely keep you all up on the next live.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it as well.
Oh yeah, this has been good, and like I said, it allows us to connect with you in a different way.
Yeah,
I feel even closer.
absolutely.
I feel even closer because it's pure and it's just right there.
And thank you, Simone and Sandra and Chauncey as well. They're saying goodbye. Leslie, pleasure meeting you, Delaware. We'll come through your one-stop state in 1 second. No, just kidding.
Right.
Well, 2 stoplights and 1 stop sign. We got you.
Wait a minute. Delaware is famous for President Biden.
Right. Y'all got the prayers up in there. So, but thank everyone. Thank you, Black. Thank my sister Pam, who went to sleep. She already said good night. So I got you. I ain't mad at you.
She's a teacher. She needs her rest.
Yeah, she teaches. So appreciate each and every one of you all. If I didn't get you now, I'll get you another time. Joan Harris, thank you. She said she loved watching. We love you all. Thank you.
All right. This is
Bye.
Good. Take care. See you next time. Okay. I gotta see.